It was never intended for me to know that Janelle was moving.
Because we paid for the land out of the family account.
We all paid for it equally.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't pay for Coyote Pass all equally. I paid for an entire lot all by myself.
But I have to fight for what's right. I have to fight, well, not for what's right. I have to fight for what's mine.
Kody beats Janelle to the punch and closes the family business account before she can. Looks like the account was basically ready to go, except for the records Janelle was pulling from it. She might have closed it herself, but surprise, Kody pulls the plug first. I'm guessing it happened after he found out Janelle moved out without telling him, and he finally realized they were actually done. And seriously, why would she have him on her personal accounts? I get that it's fairly common, but even in a monogamous relationship, sharing accounts like that would make me uncomfortable. But here's the kicker. It seems like Janelle was more worried about not sharing an account with Mary than with Kody. Janelle says, "I've been asking him to get his name off my accounts." Girl, if you've been through a divorce and had to deal with this kind of nonsense from an ex, you know what to do. Just open a new account and close the old one. Don't wait for your petty ex to handle it. Come on, J-Dog. Let's call this what it is, financial abuse. Sure, you can be frustrated with Janelle for not seeing how awful Kody would be, but blaming her isn't fair. Narcissists are masters at clouding the truth, and I really think Janelle was in the dark for a long time. Now that her eyes are finally open, it's clear Kody stole from her. Now the language is key here. There's no way a bank would let anyone other than the primary account holder close the account. So it's likely that Kody was the primary and Janelle was just an additional user, or they had a joint account with permissions that allowed either one to close it. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Mary did exactly what she was supposed to do by bringing up Janelle and Coyote Pass to Kody and Robyn. There's no way Janelle went to Mary, who she was allegedly going to marry in secret and has spent years trash-talking as abusive over something as trivial as kitchen cleanliness, and talked about huge financial matters, thinking Mary wouldn't run straight to Kody and Robyn with the info. Mary is honestly the only one of the group who seems to know how to play the game. Janelle probably thought, oh, Mary will hire the lawyers and take care of this, while she could just sit back and do nothing like usual. And let's not ignore Kody and Robyn's faces. They're both clearly trying to screw over Mary and Janelle. Mary isn't blind though. She brought up what Janelle said to gauge their reaction, and afterward, calmly asked for an appraisal, making it clear she's not just going to blindly trust them when it comes to the value of the land. Also, Kody seriously needs to shut up about Mary's solo trip. The guy probably doesn't even know what Stonehenge is. The way everyone is talking about this situation is honestly wild. Mary is dropping hints that she and Janelle are in the know. She's not bad-mouthing Janelle at all, but she's letting Kody and Robyn know she's going to be way more involved in the land division and is going to make legal moves, including getting an appraiser, to make sure they don't pull a fast one on her. She's laying the groundwork and enjoying making them uncomfortable because, let's face it, Kody isn't dangling any relationship carrot in front of her anymore. She's playing them, and I'm here for it. She also did a brilliant job getting Kody and Robyn to repeatedly say, on camera, that the land value would be split evenly. She knew exactly what she was doing by bringing up Janelle, and I'm pretty sure Janelle knew what she was doing too, by getting Mary involved. Kody, by the way, is such a joke with his "Janelle doesn't even like Mary" comment. Isn't this the same guy who rants about his religious beliefs? Who cares if she likes her or not? What does that have to do with doing the right thing? Aren't you supposed to be decent no matter what? Kody constantly shows his true colors, and it's not a pretty sight. He's still trying to turn them against each other. He can't stand that they even get along, even just a little bit. And Kody? He was sweating during that sit-down, especially when Mary talked about dividing the land equally. He knows full well he's planning to grab the lion's share. Here we go again. Cancel Kody Brown. I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it until TLC finally pulls the plug. Don't feed me the show needs a villain nonsense. That's not an excuse for Kody's behavior. Calling Jen a bitch crossed a major line. Honestly, this show has run its course anyway, so if there's a season 20, Kody better not be anywhere near it. I'm just here for the mask to finally come off. Let us see who Kody really is. Go ahead, tell the whole world it's about time. At this point, the show is nothing more than watching Kody lose his grip on the family. It's like watching a man spiral into his own chaos. No one cares about his opinions anymore. All the power he once had with his carrots and sticks is gone, and he's stumbling around in unfamiliar territory. Spoiler alert, he's not handling it well. As for Jen, she's fine, people. She can hold her own. Boycotting the show because of what Kody said is one thing, but pretending it's for Jen? Please, she's absolutely loving this. She's not some fragile little thing who needs to be coddled. Treating her like she's weak is a bigger insult than Kody calling her a bitch in the first place. Let's be real, most intelligent women understand that being called a bitch by a weak, emotionally abusive misogynist is actually a backhanded compliment. It's Kody's way of saying, "You're a threat to me, you see right through my BS, and you're stronger than I'll ever be." In Season 13, Robyn strategically planned the move. Oh, it's in the interview, all right. As I'm rewatching, I'm on Season 13, Episode 4, and the wise reactions are priceless. They're all acting like they've never heard of this before, saying things like, "This is the first I'm hearing about this," or "We need a plan." Christine calls it a bombshell, while Janelle goes full drama mode, calling it a nuclear explosion. But here's the kicker. Robyn casually drops the bombshell, after all that theater, that Kody had brought it up a year prior. Oh, but wait, she told him to hold off until Dayton graduated and Aurora was a junior. And she would only consider moving to a place where Dayton could actually go to college. How convenient. So, to no one's surprise, it turns out Robyn had the whole thing planned months, if not years in advance. She even flat out admits it, clear as day. It's March when they're talking about this, and Dayton hasn't even been accepted to a college yet. But of course, he's likely already applied, or is about to. Either way, the wheels were in motion well before anyone else even knew what was going on. Meanwhile, Kody's acting like he wants Utah, but conveniently puts all the blame on Christine for not wanting to move there. She's the only one who doesn't speak out against Utah in that whole presentation of his. Funny how that works, huh? Rewatching this episode, knowing what we know now is wild. All the wives comment that Kody's been talking about this move, but to your point, there's absolutely no way they didn't have all the details worked out before they ever bothered bringing it up to Janelle, Mary, or Christine. You can practically see Robyn's reaction. She falls apart when Kody goes off script, like someone just kicked her puppy. But when she's actually on script, she's calm, cool, and collected. You just know that added to the growing frustration of Janelle and Christine, they could tell they were being played. And then Dayton, bless him, throws a wrench into the whole operation by asking in front of the entire family about visiting the university. Surprise! He wasn't in on the secret that they weren't supposed to mention it yet. Oops. Classic Robyn move. Planting seeds behind the scenes and getting everything set up her way. Let's not forget, she and her kids were the first to visit Flagstaff with Ass Puppet, Kody, obviously. She picked Flagstaff, and suddenly, everyone had to follow suit. All while spending a ridiculous amount of money. But hey, Kody's clearly more than willing to fork out the cash, even though it costs him more than just money. But who cares? Certainly not him. Robyn, the pretty wife. Seriously, I'm diving deep into the new season prep, and I honestly can't wrap my head around why Robyn's always labeled as the pretty one. It's honestly gross and outdated to rank women based on their looks, or comment on anyone's body for that matter. But let's be real here. Is Robyn actually prettier? Or is it just because she's younger, skinnier, and the new face in the mix? Look, all of these women have their own unique appeal, and none of them are less attractive than Robyn. But the more I watch and really look at these women, the more I realize Janelle is insanely pretty. The show kicked off at a time when being fat was automatically equated with being ugly, no matter what someone's actual features were. So I feel like Janelle got totally overlooked for that. It's messed up enough that these women are already competing for Kody's attention. But the fact that the world is still hyping up Robyn as the pretty wife just makes everything worse. Someone seriously needs to tell Janelle that she's beautiful. I'm sure Christine and Mary are feeling what it's like to be with a guy who actually seems attracted to them. But Janelle has done the most for this relationship, and I hope she gets to truly believe how stunning she is. Beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. Kody thinks Robyn is pretty because, well, he loves her. But does he think Janelle's attractive? Probably. After all, she's the only one he's ever willing to try to get back together with. With Christine and Mary, not so much. When Robyn first came on the scene, she was branded the trophy wife, but let's not forget, she was just new. Robyn didn't even have anything extraordinary going on, other than being thinner than Janelle and Christine. Mary was also thinner back then. Plus, Robyn was 30 or 31 at the time, while Christine was in her mid-30s. It's not like she was this young, fresh thing that blew everyone away with her youth. But somehow, she became the pretty one, and I'm still not sure why that was so hyped up. But let's talk about Janelle. She's insanely attractive. Her smile is so genuine, and her eyes are stunning. Honestly, I think she's become even more gorgeous now that she's shed the weight of her useless husband and his leech of a new wife, Robyn. Robyn, she looks like a miserable crab. Janelle has that natural beauty that just shines through. There are so many episodes and photos where she's stunning. Mary, though, I actually liked her more once she started throwing out those sarcastic one-liners and letting herself laugh more in the later seasons. I think all the stress from Kody's rejection really wore her down, just like it did to Christine. But now, Christine seems to finally be confident in herself, and I'm all for it. As for Robyn, she's still the same miserable mop who constantly has a resting bitch face. I just watched an older episode where Kody needed to run to Christine's house to grab a tool, and Robyn says, "I never let him out of my sight." Oh, we know Robyn. Now she has him all to herself, along with the debt and the misery. The infamous coronavirus era with Kody and Robyn. What a ride! I've been rewatching with an open mind, diving into every little detail to figure out what happened to this family, and let me tell you, it's a fascinating journey. At the start of the pandemic, Kody had no idea what to do. The family was trying to decide together. But surprise, surprise, Robyn was the one who took coronavirus precautions way more seriously than anyone else. Can't blame her though. I mean, her son Saul had RSV, so I'd be freaking out too. But here's where things get interesting. Janelle was the first to make a mature decision not to have Kody at her house for 2 weeks. Why? Because her kids weren't home all the time and were exposed to other people. And did Kody like this decision? Of course not. He came across as pretty reluctant. But hey, that was Janelle's call, and you could tell she was uncomfortable having to tell him. Now, there was a family gathering at Coyote Pass, and when Kody brought it up to Robyn, he wasn't exactly leading the charge. He was running it by her. And guess who was the hesitant one? Robyn. Why? Because she was the one who would have to be the bad guy and tell the kids to stay away from each other the entire time. So, up until this point, I was ready to cut Kody some slack, thinking maybe he wasn't as weird about coronavirus as we all thought. But then came Isabel's surgery, and things started to unravel. Christine dropped the bombshell that Kody and Robyn had a nanny and her husband around the whole time. Suddenly, Kody is scrambling to justify the rules the nanny had been following, making it clear they weren't Robyn's rules, but we know better. Flashback to Kody nervously asking Robyn if they could do that family event, and Robyn being the one pushing for extra caution. Look, I get it. Robyn didn't want to be around the family during coronavirus. That's fair, but let's be real. She was way more cautious than anyone else. And Kody? He clearly took his cues from her. They had a whole conversation about how Robyn couldn't be blamed by the family for her decisions, which is kind of a red flag, right? But here's where it gets really juicy, the nanny. Why do they even have one? Well, apparently, Robyn didn't trust Janelle's boys. But here's the kicker. I don't actually believe Robyn was following the rules either. She made up these ridiculous protocols, likely just to keep Kody away from everyone else. They were spotted in public, at malls, restaurants, without masks. They had a nanny coming and going every day, and Kody even went to a wedding. Robyn got pulled over by the cops during the height of coronavirus. No mask, her kids without masks, just a few feet away from a first responder. But when Mary said she was following all the rules and wanted to visit, Robyn shut her down. Oh, and let's not forget, neither Kody nor Robyn were vaccinated. Kody and Robyn didn't use coronavirus as a reason to stay home and protect others. No, they used it to isolate themselves and create a permanent rift between themselves and the rest of the family. They took this opportunity to set up a wall. The boys called them out on it, and like any narcissist caught in a lie, they quickly went into full-blown denial, lashing out in anger. The cherry on top, Kody's selective risk assessment. According to him, exposure for surgery? Not okay, but exposure for a wedding? A funeral? Shopping at the mall? Having the nanny come over? That's totally fine for him. Everyone else should stay home and play it safe. Kody and Robyn took all these risks while still pretending to be the guardians of safety for the rest of the family. And let's not even get started on Kody touching and hugging everyone. He was like a walking super spreader at every family gathering. Honestly, it's kind of impressive how they managed to be the safest and the riskiest at the same time. Janelle Brown is taking legal action to secure her rights to Koya Pass, and it looks like Robyn is finally getting exactly what she asked for, 24/7's Kody and the wives completely out of the picture. Too bad she didn't think through the small detail that the wives were taking their money and earning power with them. Oops. Well, be careful what you wish for, Robyn. It's truly a shame that Robyn and Mary are now scrambling to hire lawyers just to get what's rightfully theirs. Robyn, who did nothing for 15 years, stands to get more out of this than either of them. After all this time, and with 13 kids in the mix, one might think Kody would step up and do the right thing for the two women who were loyal to him. Those who stuck by his side, gave up so much for him, and took the backseat to Robyn for years. Instead, they were treated with disrespect while Kody neglected his other kids. It's honestly shocking. It should be split 4 ways, and that's being generous. But why should Robyn get a quarter of the pie? Your guess is as good as mine. There's gotta be a forensic accountant somewhere who can help figure this mess out. It's truly delightful to picture the future, where Robyn keeps spending recklessly and Kody's self-proclaimed worst nightmare comes true. She will drive him into debt since he can't keep dipping into Mary, Janelle, and Christine's pockets to fund her needs. And let's not forget the best part. Janelle was the one pulling all the weight and actually making money. Money the family used. Money she walked away with when she left. No wonder Kody can't stop talking trash about her. The best part? All his threats are on camera for everyone to see. He can't screw anyone over and expect to get away with it. Karma is coming for him, and justice will be served. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.